Like, bear with me. It usually doesn't do this. So we're gonna get into the questions. If I start I'm not trying to ignore your guys' comments. I'm just trying to like pay attention to the question because I lose my train of thought. Okay. Daniel, ¿cómo estás? Daniela, how are you? So again, if I bear with me, I'm not trying to ignore your guys' comments or anything like that. I'm just trying to pay attention to the question. And then I'm going live today too because tomorrow I'm gonna be at the Chris Brown concert. So I usually go live Mondays and Thursdays. Bell's Beauty, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Yeah, I usually go live. What's it called? Mondays and Thursdays. But I'm gonna be going to the Chris Brown concert tomorrow. What's up, D? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? All right, let's get into these questions. All right. Oh shit! Hold on. I'm gonna have to put IG over here. How do you get over someone? I never felt this way about anyone ever. I'm such a hard time. Should I just totally block him for my life? So yeah, you should block whoever it is from your life. Like that's why I always say, excuse me, I always say you have to block. I always block my exes to get over them, to get past them. Like there's no reason that you need to like stay in contact with them. Because that's how you get over them like a little bit quicker. You know, if you stay in constant contact with somebody that you're trying to get over, it's going to take you a lot longer to get over that person. So I always just say block them. Like there's no need to be in communication. If you guys want to be friends later on down the road, okay, that's fine. But as of right now, you guys don't need to be doing that. So, all right, hold on. My shit is just acting weird today. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Why is it focusing on behind me? Like, I'm right here, buddy. I don't know why it's trying to focus behind me. But anyways, how else do you rekindle the magic? I mean, that's different. If you're trying to rekindle something, that's different, okay? Go to counseling, go to couples therapy, like stuff like that. That's how you rekindle that, because they're gonna actually tell you how to get there. You know, like I can tell you, oh yeah, just go on more dates and do this, but they're gonna be able to figure out a deeper reason why you guys have like separated, right? Or like grown apart. So if you're trying to rekindle something, yeah, but you guys both got to be on the same page to rekindle something. It can't just be like you're trying to do it and they're not, like they don't really care. At that point, you guys are just wasting your time. You know what I mean? So, but in order to get over somebody, again, everybody has their different ways. Since she asked me or he asked me, I say just block them. Eventually, if you want to talk to them, okay, whatever. But as soon as you guys break up, just block them. No need to be in communication with them. Let yourself heal. Let yourself get past this person. Because if you don't, you're just going to be stuck on this person for a lot longer. So, all right, next question. I am a big booty girl. Been with my husband 15 years. Every time we have S, he comes quick. Is it normal? He says it's only happened with me. As soon as my pee touches his So, do I think it's only happened with you? Probably not. I think that this is something that he has a problem with, and he's just making that excuse saying like, oh, it's just you. Or maybe it is. Again, I don't know the person, but based off guys' patterns and behaviors, like, you know, if you finish pretty quick with somebody, right? And I think he has an issue of like, can you flip the camera? See, hold on. Let me restart the TikTok thing. Hold on. Let me restart. Let me see if the thing is, because they're over here saying like, because it's flipped. All right, hold on. Let me try to flip it. Hold on. Because it's not flipped. That's the thing. Like, that's what I keep trying to tell him. All right. Bear with me, IG. Because I don't know why he's saying that it's like, there's nothing on here that says, like, yeah, there's like literally nothing. Mobile gaming. Oh, let me just completely restart TikTok. Maybe that's the problem. Sorry, IG. I'm trying to figure out TikTok. I don't know why it's coming out backwards. It's actually kind of annoying. So hold on. Because like when I go live, it just flips everything. I don't know why it's flipping everything. And like I can't really do anything to troubleshoot like in the moment. You know what I mean? Like it just, all right, hold on. Let me see if it works this time. See, and it flipped it again. Like, what the fuck? Hold on, I think I figured it out. All right, I figured it out. I like your shirt. All right, let me just wait for TikTok to come back on. So I'm gonna finish answering the question while people on TikTok get back on. So the question was like, my man says that he finishes quick with me, and is it only with? He says it's only with me. So, do I think it's only with you? Probably not. He's just using that as an excuse, so you're just not like, oh, this guy finishes super quick. Because if that was the case, somebody new and you got to try something new, and then it would only be the first few times that he finishes fast, and then after that, it would start like lasting a lot longer. And if he continues just to finish fast every single time, that's the problem right there. You know, like he just one of those guys that finishes fast all the time. And so that's why you need to like pay attention to that. I think he's lying to you, to be 100% honest. I think he's lying and telling you like, oh, it didn't happen with everybody. It just happens with you. So because if it just happened with you, like I said, it would just be that time, if that makes sense. So all right, hold on. I'm trying to get my phone connected here. He's lying. That's what. Maybe you are the first one he's been. That too. Maybe you're the first one. But again, I think he's lying about his him finishing quick. I think he finishes quick regardless. And you know, Miss Nancy, ¿cómo estás? How are you? All right. Let me get into the next question. Let me just make sure everything's still recording. He paid for the trip, so I gave him a BJ and B. Fair trade, right? I mean, to be honest, he was expecting obviously the goods, the private parts. He was expecting it, like, because if a guy takes you on a trip and you guys never hooked up before, and he paid for the whole thing, spoiler alert, you know what he wants during that trip. He's investing into that. He's investing into getting some from you. So I mean, you made a payment, if you want to call it. You made a payment, and so now he was probably like mission accomplished. Took her on the trip, got what I wanted. So, but that's why like it's cool going on vacation with someone that you like, maybe a boyfriend, girlfriend, because you get to have fun there. So. If just a heads up for you guys, if somebody offers you a trip and you guys haven't been intimate, I'm telling you right now, they're going to be expecting it. That's why they're investing. Remember how before I said guys will pay money for it, they'll travel for it, like they'll do all sorts of stuff to get the cookie from you. And if that includes taking you on a trip somewhere exotic, that way you get a little freaky, they're willing to do it. So just a heads up, if you go on the trip with them, I'm just letting you know what they're expecting. Okay, I'm just gonna be 100% honest. And if they say that's not what they're expecting, they lying. Okay, they'll lie for it. Absolutely, Bell's Beauty. All right, next question. Would you join a couple of girls? But no. Like, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about a couple, like a boy or a guy and a girl. I would not do that because, one, I've always said it before that I'm definitely not hooking up with a guy and a girl. Like, if anything, it's going to be two girls. And if that's not the case, then I don't want to do it at all, right? I just think that it's weird, right? Like, that's the second part. Like, two is, even if the guy is not doing anything and they're watching, that's really weird to me too. Like, I wouldn't be able to perform at that point. Like, you got the man over there just looking at me, like watching us. You know, that's just weird to me. Like, I don't need an audience. So would I ever do it with a couple? No. Have I been offered? Yes. Have I denied it? Absolutely. Because again, I just don't feel comfortable with that. Like, even like if the guy was not, if he was just gonna be like Diddy and just like stand off to the side, okay. So, so definitely wouldn't do something like that. Because they would just be weird. Like, that's just weird. Especially if that's your man, your boyfriend or husband, you knowing that, like, the whole time I would feel like I'm doing something wrong. So, is it for me? Nah. All right, next question. Having seen this guy for a couple of years, but when we want to see me, he doesn't ask. He just sends a voice note or send a nice quote, and I have to figure out he wants to see me. If I miss it, he doesn't like my quote, and when he does, girl, first of all, crazy message, but if you're relying to see each other based off of a quote or a message, I don't know which one you meant. No, like somebody who's actually into you, like, you guys should just be meeting up. Or if it's just a friends or benefit, it shouldn't be a riddle. Like you have to figure out the riddle in order for him to meet up with you and hook up with you. No, like to me that just seems like a whole stressful situation. Like there's somebody out there who's not gonna put you through a whole riddle. And just to meet up with you. So I would just say, if you're having issues with this person to meet up, learn to write. We almost got an aneurysm. That's what I'm saying. Like I was confused. I was like getting cross-eyed and everything with that question. I thought I was like losing it already. So if you're having issues meeting up with your person, they're probably not into you. They're in a relationship or something else is going on, because most of the time guys want to meet up. You know, I'm just saying. All right, next question. Damn, I mean, I know you get a billion questions, but how do I get your attention? I don't think my DMs are getting through asking for a friend. See, I've actually thought about this because I get this question in the DM. This is why I left it in. How to get somebody's attention? Fucking focus on me, camera. How to get somebody's attention is something you got to figure it out. For example, like if I want to get a girl's attention, do I think there is a lot of guys sliding into her DMs saying the same things? Hey, beautiful. Hey, gorgeous. So to you, you just get like the same shit. You know what I mean? Like they'll be like, oh, here we go, another guy. Hey, beautiful. Hey, sexy. Hey, like let's meet up. Like you get bored of, like, so you're not gonna get their attention. So how are you gonna stand out? Same way, okay? How are you gonna get my attention? I don't know. Does somebody have my attention? I don't know. Maybe. But that's for you to find out. Look down and look away, smirk down, wink. I mean, you can do that too, but imagine someone does like some weird shit in front of you. And just FYI too, I get a shit ton of DMs with questions. So do I check my DMs very often? No. I only go into the DMs, like the requests, when I'm going in there to screenshot questions. You know, because I don't know if you've seen like when I put like the ones that are in black, those are from the DM, usually from the DMs. So, all right, next question. This guy and I are trying to make it work. We both have kids and he works at night while I work in the day. Also, we're in a different states, but 1 hour apart. What are some things we can do to make it work? Okay, hold on. I mean, you guys could schedule stuff ahead of time, kind of like a barber. You know, like you schedule an appointment. That way you like be like, all right, we're going to have time this day to see each other this time. Because if not, this is slowly going to drift apart. It's not going to work out. Because if you guys are having a hard time matching schedules, seeing each other, you guys live an hour apart, and it's like it's a problem. It's only gonna be worse and worse and worse unless you're putting in the effort to make it a priority. To be like, hey, I see that this day we have some time to meet up, hang out, let's do this, and try to make it work. You gotta schedule stuff. If you guys aren't scheduling stuff or just going with the flow, I'm telling you right now, it's just gonna end up not working out. He's gonna find somebody else, or you're gonna find somebody else. You're gonna be like, this is so much better because we work the same schedule and like we can see each other all the time, you know. So I'm telling you right now, if it's a problem now, it's going to be bigger and bigger problem unless you guys make some changes. Okay, make the time and effort to, hey, next Saturday I see that we both have time, let's meet up. Boom, plan it, let's make it happen. But if you guys aren't doing stuff like that, it's not going to work out. Because FaceTime only goes so much, you know, like voice notes only go on the phone, only go so much. It's different in person. All right, next question. Can meeting the right person feel like you have known them for a long time? Yeah, because there's some people that you connect on a different level. You know, you could meet somebody and you feel like you've known them for the longest time because you guys just connect on that level. You guys vibe on that level. And there's some people that you meet, I'm sure you can relate, that you feel like you're complete strangers and you're trying to figure each other out, right? Because I've been there, and I'm sure you guys have been there too, like when you guys are trying to figure this stuff out, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like there's some people that you just connect on different levels. And so yeah, you can just meet somebody and feel like you've known them for the longest time because shit, that's happened to me, right? And I'm sure it's happened to a lot of you guys. And I'm sure you guys have also met people where you guys have like felt like you guys were complete strangers. So just saying, how do I ask questions? So for these lives on TikTok and IG, I do it once a month where I put the anonymous question thing up on my IG. So make sure you go follow me on my IG and then we answer them here. I don't release the link every day because I don't want to get bombarded with a bunch of questions like at different times, you know, like some this day, some this day, some this day. I like to put it up, screenshot them all as they come in, and then put them on my computer. And then I have to edit them because I have to blur stuff out, and then I have to add it to this thing so I can show it on here. So it's a long process. That's why it's not as simple as like, let me get questions every day. All right, next question. What's a sneaky link? Does it mean when two people hooking up occasionally only inside the bedroom, only do spicy textings and hook up? How to maintain a balance and what dynamic and what to watch out for? A sneaky link is like you get to their house, right? Okay, and right before you go inside, you got to make sure there's nobody around. Nobody around, you got to sneak your way in. Like if you get detected by the Ring camera or whatever it is, you got caught and there's no longer a sneaky link and you got to go home. You can't go inside. You already got caught. So you got to make sure you get to the location without being caught, and then you have to get inside without getting caught, and that includes cameras too, girl. Okay, so don't be getting caught. That's a sneaky. No, I'm just joking. A sneaky link is I don't know why people use sneaky link. It makes it seem like it's a secret, like oh shit. It's more like a friends with benefits, like just a hookup situation. So like if you're not looking to be in a relationship but you got needs, because clearly a lot of people have needs. It's okay to have a sneaky link or a friends with benefits. You guys just meet up, do your thing, and then you guys go your own way. And what you have to be careful, since you don't know what a sneaky link is or a friends with benefits, is that sometimes people catch feelings. Could be him, could be you. You just got to be careful with that, because if you're just there to hook up and they're catching feelings, it's only going to get worse, and you might have to see your way out at that point. So, it shouldn't be like, don't get confused with sneaky link. You're not supposed, sneaky link is not like, hey, I'm hooking up with a married person. No, because at that point, yeah, you are sneaky link. So I just subscribed, so excited. Hey, well, welcome. I appreciate you, girl. Usually the girl catches feelings, true, but the guys can also lie too. There's guys who will be like, yeah, I just want a sneaky link, but deep down inside, they're not gonna tell a girl, oh, I'm looking for something serious, you know, I'm in my season of catching feelings. They're not gonna tell you that. They're just gonna be like, yeah, I just wanna hook up, but then low key, they end up catching feelings too. So that's why you never know, like, who's gonna catch feelings. And especially when you guys are being intimate, because you guys are exchanging those type of energies, which some people might like it a little bit more. So, by the way, hello, Scarface and everyone. Hey, well, welcome, girl. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining up. Welcome to the live, girl. Next question. Please keep me anonymous. You are. My ex and I were together for 5 years. S was good, but he only ever lasted a minute max. Now he's with someone else and he says he lasts up to 20, 30 minutes with her. So I had S with him again, and once again, per usual, only about a minute. Is he lying or is there someone else? Girl, he lying to you. Oh, with her, I last like 20, 30 minutes. You want to bet? Let me show you. And then what did you do? You hooked up with him because you're just like, oh, I want some of those 20, 30 minutes too. And then guess what? He lasts a minute. So he kind of played you, girl. Sorry to say it. He got you. He played you, and hopefully this is a lesson learned that you don't go back to people in the past. If it only lasted a minute before, and it was a lot of times that he only lasted about a minute, what makes you think for some reason, because he hooked up with somebody else, that changed? All of a sudden he's different? No. Oh, he definitely lied to you though, girl. He got you good. He got you good. I'll tell you that. Hey, props to him. You know, like if he got you, girl. Oh, exactly. Tell her to ask the other person he's with now how long. Exactly. You should have interviewed the other girl he hooked up with. Ask him. Be like, hey, is it true that he lasts 20, 30 minutes? She'll probably be like, what? We only lasted a minute. What are you talking about? All right, next question. Is a high Snapchat score red flags for a guy 60,000 plus? Snapchat, depending on the person, uses it for good and bad, or just doesn't use it at all. The only reason I have a Snapchat is because there's some people who are on Snapchat who aren't on any other platform, which is weird. And when you do stuff like this, you have to be basically on all platforms. You have to be. That's why I have a TikTok, IG, Snapchat, Facebook, Lemonade. What was the other one that they came out with? Anyway, I got them X. I got them all. But do I use them all? No. I've been trying to use more of TikTok, IG, and Snapchat. And now I'm trying to get onto Twitch too. But it's just hard with all the platforms. Now, their Snapchat score. If you're paying attention to their score, you might want to ask yourself why you're paying attention to the score. Meaning, like, is he giving you reasons that he's talking to somebody else? Is he giving you reasons that he's, maybe talking to somebody else, maybe sending somebody else messages, maybe meeting up with somebody else? If he's not giving you those vibes and you're paying attention to the numbers, I think that might be a little bit more of insecurity vibes, because I know Snapchat gives you numbers per like message or like photo that you sent. I can't remember. But what if he can't send Snapchats to his friends? He can't send Snapchats to his like family members? Like my sister, every time she sends me a video of Milo, my nephew, she sends me a snap. Like a snap video. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if I was with somebody who was like checking my Snapchat score and was like, uh-oh, like, why did you get another Snapchat, or why did you get this, or why did his score go up? So again, you have to pay attention to him. Is he giving you a reason to wanting to be checking the score? So if not, that's something that is going on with yourself internally. So just pay attention to that. All right, next question. Hey, thank you guys for the gifts. I see you, Nikki. My husband and I had S the other night, and he basically needed a life jacket. Oh, and a day later, my friend noticed I had a hickey. LOL. We almost decided to sleep in the spare bedroom because we didn't want to drown in our sleep. Miss, let me just say, I love that for you. And this is how it should be with your person. It doesn't matter if you guys been together 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 15, Lakers and no shit. It doesn't matter how long. But I'm glad that you sent that question or that whatever it was, because I want people to know that that's how intimacy should be with your partner. You guys should be trying new stuff. You guys should be freaky. It should be to the point where like, oh my God, like I thought he was gonna drown because how wet I got down there. That's how it should be. Okay, that's again. It's funny because people will send me messages like that, and people will be like, cool, whatever. But then as soon as they hear this man cheated on so and so, then we pay attention to that. That's why I leave questions like that in. That way you guys can see like there's people out here with some healthy relationships. They're out there. And so that's why I leave questions in like that so you guys can see, be like, oh shit, there are people in these type of relationships. That's the type of relationship I should be looking for. This dude who doesn't want to hook up with me right now, I haven't been intimate with him in 10 years. Why am I with that guy? There's people living like this. My goodness, this life makes me miss. Hey, go on with your bad self, girl. All right, next question. Wife and I are separated. Started going to the gym, losing weight, doing and fixing myself. I've started having a female become closer to me and wanting to go out on dates. She is funny and cute. Wifey has been coming on closer and we've made out. No S. What should I do? She wants to reconcile in our S. I'm going to give you the same advice I give the ladies. If it didn't work out the first time, what makes you think it's going to work out? You know, like let's be honest. Why did it not work out the first time? And what makes you think, really tell yourself, what makes you think it's going to work out this time? You know, maybe she's just feeling lonely at the time and wants your attention and or wants somebody there. Okay. Or maybe, you know, like she's bored and she wants somebody there because and it's easier to go back with somebody that you already know and are more comfortable with. Again, you know more about this relationship. Maybe it ended for a dumb reason and there's still a spark there, okay? But at the end of the day, like, you know why that relationship ended. And if it ended like in a bad way because there was no spice there anymore, no whatever, maybe somebody cheated, what makes you think it's going to work out this time? You know? So that could be true too. I'm glad you said that, Ava. She says she wants to prove a point that she still has your attention. And it could be that too, that she could be like, watch, I can make him come back. Oh, he's talking to another girl. Watch me get my man back. Watch me get him back. Could be an ego thing too. Like, again, some girls be out here being freaking toxicas. So that's what I'm saying. Really think about it. If it didn't work out the first time, and I'm sure you said it was your wife. Have you guys broken up multiple times? You know, pay attention to those patterns. Do you think it's just going to be another time? Like, if you told me to, like, for some reason, say my 7.5 year relationship, we separated for a few years and then like to try to make it work again, I'd be like, no, at the end of the 7.5 years, there was no spice there. There was no connection there. Like, why would I get myself back into that? Like, yeah, in the beginning, it'll be great for maybe like a first few months. It might be great. And you'll be like, oh shit, this is how it should be. But then eventually it just starts going right back to how the same patterns, the same behaviors. Like, let's just be honest. So you got to be honest with yourself as well. All right, next question. If you and your partner have a mutual agreement on open polyam relationships or open communication wise with one another, would it be considered cheating? Anything even in an open relationship, even in a polyamorous, whatever, how you say it, relationship, if you have to do something behind their back, yes. Okay. If you have to delete messages for something, yes. There was a girl who sent a message. I think I answered it last time. She said there was her and her new man at the time got into the whole swinging thing, like where they would hook up with other couples. But then one time she went to bed and he went to go hook up with her in the same bed or same house. And when she brought it up and told him, hey, did you hook up with her? And he's like, no. That right there is clearly he's hiding something, and he knew he did something that he wasn't supposed to do. So if you have to lie about it, if you have to do it behind somebody's back, that is 100% cheating. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're in an open relationship. It doesn't matter if you're in the poly relationship. If you had to lie about it, delete it, go behind somebody's back, definitely cheating. Okay, so yes, that would be cheating. You have to, because being in an open relationship, you need to be open about who you're talking to or what you're gonna go do, because at that point you're just cheating on your partner. That's what it is. It's not even an open relationship if you don't have a communication with that person, unless your guys' rules or boundaries were, oh, you can just do whatever you want. Just you just can't do this, but just hey, go ham. You guys set up the boundaries. You guys set up the rules on what you guys will and will not accept. So at the end of the day, it comes down to you. All right, next question. I love when my man grabs my head and chokes me with his D. Girl. And then when people do that and they start crying a little bit, we call those happy tears. Okay, we call those happy tears over here, because she's not crying because she's in pain or anything like that. She's crying because, one, she's taking that D like a champ. And she's crying happy tears and pure happiness because mission accomplished. She's out here being a freak, satisfying her man, and we love that. So again, we call those happy tears. So if you start crying because you're gagging on it, girl, just know those are happy tears, and we accept those. Those are beautiful. Those are beautiful. Even if your man is not big enough and you want to kind of lie about it and act like you're gagged, and you're just really, it's not even hitting the back of the throat, nothing wrong with that. It might boost his ego a little bit. Okay. Again, everybody does their own thing. All right, next question. Hello, I love your content. Thank you. Can I ask you something something out of curiosity? I've been with my boyfriend for about 7 months now. He's a little older than me. We are in good place right now. S is amazing, but at the beginning, he had trouble getting it up. Just curious about what was that about? So I did a whole episode on ED and like why people struggle getting it up, keeping it hard, and things like that. If he had a problem in the beginning and is no longer a problem now, to me, it kind of sounds like it might have been like a performance type of ED, meaning like he got super nervous around you. He thought he couldn't satisfy you. He thought a lot of things, or maybe he was super stressed out at the time. A lot of those things could have been like going on. If you want to listen to that podcast, the full episode, it did amazing, by the way. So thank you to everyone who checked it out. My podcast is called Uncomfortable Combos. Link is in the bio. And you'll see in the name of the description about the whole ED episode. So Uncomfortable Combos, that's what it is right there. Link is in the bio. But we talked about that during, because if it wasn't only in the beginning and now that no longer happens, to me, it kind of sounds like it was more of a performance type of ED issue, and not so much like hormones. Or maybe it was, and he got himself fixed. So again, as long as he's getting hard and like satisfying you now, that's all that matters at the end of the day. That's all that matters. Let's not overthink it. As long as he's mission accomplished every time, then cool. It would be a problem if it was every time that you guys were trying to be intimate, that would happen. So in the beginning, it could have been that. And he's all good now, it could be that he was like maybe stressed about it. He was afraid that he wasn't going to be able to satisfy you in the beginning. So he like stressed about that. So it prevented him from getting hard. And yes, that is a thing that I've learned, that performance anxiety can cause ED because they feel like they can't please the woman, and so they won't be able to get it hard. So absolutely is a thing. If you guys haven't listened to that podcast episode, definitely go check it out. You guys will love it. If I want to send a question, do I have to go over to IG? So the questions aren't instant. Follow me on IG. Once a month, I put the anonymous question thing up where you guys can ask questions. I'll go through and screenshot them, and then we'll answer them the rest of the month because I only go live twice a week. Maybe as soon as I start getting on Twitch a lot more often, I'll have like a dedicated link just for Twitch. So, but just because in order to put them on here, I have to put them on my computer. I have to edit them, and then I have to transfer them to this thing, and then I have to upload them to the thing so I can put them here. So it's a long process, and so I don't want to be doing like one or two questions. You know what I mean? Like I'll just do it in bulk each time. And I have to edit them because I learned that TikTok will suspend my live if I have a bunch of swear words and or whatever on the screen. So trust me, it's all been trial and error and things that I've learned. So definitely follow me on IG, and you'll see when I post that. All right. Why does my man take so long to finish? Is it a good or bad thing? It could be. I don't know. Like if he takes super long, it could be that he may not be that stimulated. Maybe he's struggling to like finish because maybe he watches online videos, you know. So this is something you should talk to him, you know. Be like, hey, like I'm just curious, like how come you last so long? Like I would, you know, like is there something I'm doing wrong? You know, just have that open conversation with him, because the moment you have an uncomfortable convo like that with your person, other conversations are a lot easier to have. I'll tell you that right now, because you guys already went through the first awkward, uncomfortable conversation. Now in the future, to have these conversations, it's a lot easier. So, and you won't be like, oh, should I even bring it up? No, you'll bring it up. So I would talk to him if he's lasting a long time. Because again, it could be these online videos that he watches. People get addicted to those. All right, next question. I had a threesome with one of my high school friends. It was not what I expected. I have been thinking about her lately. Kind of want to reach out to her again to see if maybe 2 times is a charm. LOL. What do you think? Should I? No. Because what makes you think that it's going to be different this time? You know, again, if it wasn't great the first time, what makes you think it's not going to be, it's going to be great this time? If you really want to include somebody else, find somebody else, you know, because there's been those questions that I get sent and be like, oh, like my high school crush sent me a message. We finally got to hook up and it was worse. You know, it wasn't what I expected. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it didn't work out then, maybe not now. I know Melina, she said, what if people change? Yeah, that could happen. But what if they didn't change? What if they're exactly the same? So that's why, like, if you've done it before and it wasn't what you thought it was going to be, there's other people out there. You know, there's other girls out there that you could try this with. So I would just say, like, if you're getting the itch to hook up with a girl, like, or include another girl, there's other girls out here that are going to do a way better job. Just letting you know. I disagree. What if she liked it? How do you know if she don't reach back out? No, she said that she didn't like it the first time. She said she didn't like it the first time. And does she think that second time would it be a charm? And so, again, that's on her if she wants to go back and give it another try. But what if she gives it another try and it's the same shit? And then she's just going to be disappointed again, be like, fuck, it was not what I thought. So that's my advice. If you really want to include another person, why not find someone different that you haven't been with maybe? Or to me, it kind of just sounds like you might kind of like this girl, because why her? Even though you know the intimacy sucked last time. Just saying. All right, next question. If a female went up to a random guy and asked to have S, how likely is a man to say yes? I know a guy is more likely to get rejected, but I think guys have standards, morals too, and won't just sleep with a random girl. Or am I wrong? You are wrong, miss. Not every guy would say yes, obviously, clearly. Like, they might be in a relationship, or you might not be their type. But for the most part, most guys would say yeah. Because that's what they're hoping. That's like the fantasy. Like when they're out in a club or out at a bar or just out there. I'm telling you right now, their fantasy is that some girl's just going to come up to them and be like, yo, take me back to your place. They're going to be like, yeah, girl. So do I think most guys would do it? Probably, you know, especially if you're their type. If you're a good-looking girl, or they're just super horny, it could be that too. So, because I'm telling you right now, that's most of guys' fantasies. Not every guy, because clearly some guys got game, and there's nothing wrong with that. That they can go get a girl if they wanted to. But those shy guys, those ones that just sit in the back, those ones that just stand there, it's either one, they're being just there having a good time with their friends, and so they're married or in a relationship, so they're on their best behavior, or there's those awkward guys that are just hoping that some girl comes up to them and it's just like, take me away, daddy. Take me away. Because I'm sure you've seen it. I remember back in Idaho, I would see some like regular people, like, because you get to know everybody. And I knew this dude was like, these dudes were single, and they would just go and like just stand there and just like bob their head with a drink, and then like make no attempts to talk to a girl, make no attempts to get to know somebody. They would just stand there. And I'm like, bro, if you were just gonna stand here, you should have just stayed home. Like, you out here making, like, spending money, like, just to have a drink and window shop everything. Like, I knew these guys were single, and they're just standing there. And I'm like, no dancing, no talking to girls. So I guarantee you, they're hoping a girl is just gonna be like, yo, you and me, daddy. Because, like, for example, the same thing happens with catcalling. Some guys think that that's gonna work. Like, I have never in my life seen a guy catcall somebody and the girl be like, oh my God, what's up, daddy? Yes, take me. Never has it work. I've never seen it work. The only time I ever catcall somebody, I do it playing around, like, with my person. I've never done the catcall with a total stranger, because it does not work. It is like the cringy. If you catcall somebody around me, you probably won't be around me much longer, because I find that being really annoying and pretty cringy to the girl. Because again, no girl that I've seen was like, oh my God, he just catcalled me. Let me go over there and just take his D. What is a catcall? Something along those lines. So never has that worked. And then same, fellas, tell you right now. Tell you this right now. No girl, well, most girls, because there's some girls who are into it, most girls do not care how loud your exhaust is. I'll tell you that right now, buddy. No girl's gonna like, oh my God, he just passed by with the loudest exhaust. Give it to me. Because sometimes they just be revving their engines for like crazy, and I'm just like, bro, like, you're annoying me. I'm pretty sure you're not getting these girls to be like, oh my God, that exhaust makes me all wet. So again, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if the girls are not into the whole car scene, they don't care. Loud cars are annoying. Like, I get it. You want to make it sound loud, but you know when they're just driving and they're just like, and you're just like, bro, what? Like, we get it. You have a loud exhaust. What do you want? I hate that. I love lowriders is different. I'm talking about like loud ass exhaust, and then they rev it for no reason. So, me, LO, it's fun. Because I've never been into the whole loud, super loud. My hubby is aggressive when going down. How do I explain to slow down without making him feel bad? Just tell him, not be like, oh, stop going so fast. I would just bring it up, be like, I love it when you go super slow down there, where I can feel every little thing that you do, your tongue. And then if he knows, like, oh shit, she really enjoys it when I go slow. And then when he does go slow, let me help you out, girl. When you do go slow, or when he does go slow, over hype that, like, overreact to it, you know, give him way more feedback than he's actually getting. Like, if your moaning is like at a 2 when he's going fast, and he slows down, put it up to like a 9, 10, and he's gonna be like, holy shit, she really loves it when I go slow. Did you hear those moaning levels? Then he's gonna be like, I'm gonna keep going slow on her. So I'm just telling you, like, just maybe fake it till you make it a little bit, you know. Give him those cues. Those are his cues. Guys are very simple creatures. If your moaning levels are up here when he's going super slow, compared to like when he's going fast, and you're just don't even make a noise when he's going fast and you don't like it. But when he slows down, because he's gonna get tired at one point where he's gonna slow down a little bit, and then when he does that, that's when you're like, raise that bitch up, you know, something like that, right? Or you can just grab his head and guide him. That too. But the thing is, like, you don't want to be like, hey, just slow down. I don't like it when you go fast. It's probably gonna hurt their ego a little bit. So that's why I'm saying, like, don't tell them straight up, because then they'll be like, oh wow, you don't like the way I do it. All right, next question. Oh, I want to read this one. I married a loud car guy. He had a cherry bomb on his car, but now we both clown on him. Yeah, see, I'm telling, like, I get it. People want to have loud cars. There's nothing wrong with having a loud car. Now, them just revving the shit out of it for no reason, that's the different story, okay? Just sitting there just revving it for no reason. And it's funny because, like, sometimes the slowest cars I've ever seen are the loudest. And I'm like, oh, damn, that's the fastest, slowest car I've ever seen in my life. And they probably think that they're getting so many girls with those loud engine or loud exhausts. All right, next question. I'm not looking just to hook up, even though, yes, originally that was the idea, I guess, right? But now you want to take it to the next step, which is also fine with me. I'm just saying I'm not trying to play games with you or lead you. What does that mean? Hold on. I'm not looking to hook up, even though, yes, originally that was the idea, I guess, right? But now you want to take it to the next step, which is also fine with me. I'm just saying I'm not trying to play games with you or lead you. What does that mean? I mean, to me, it sounds like somebody caught feelings, girl. To me, it kind of sounds like somebody caught feelings, right? And this is why having conversation with this person is important. Like, if you're kind of feeling him and he's feeling you, it could lead to a relationship that, you know, most of the time I say, oh, it doesn't really go into a relationship, but it can. It's happened before, as long as you guys are both on the same page. So I would just say, like, if you feel like he's catching more feelings and you're feeling the same type of way from him, talk about it. Talk about it. You know, there's nothing wrong with talking about it. So that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with having those type of conversations. Hold on, I think there's issues going on with the IG. Let me stop it real quick, and then I'm gonna restart it. Hopefully that works. All right. Hold on, give me a sec, please. Please bear with me for a little bit while I restart this thing. People should prove that by posting we're all going to get an aneurysm from reading. I get it, but sometimes maybe they're excited about sending a message. I've also had people who send messages with they use Google Translate because maybe they speak Spanish or a different language, because there's some people who've sent it, like, I think they were from India, and so that could be that too as well. So as long as I can understand it, there's nothing wrong with that, right? It just, like, I don't want to discourage people from sending messages, so that's why, like, I get it. Some people don't even know that they're spelling it wrong or sending it. Sometimes, yeah, it does give me an aneurysm because I feel like I'm reading it incorrectly. Because, like, sometimes when I sit here and answer them, like when I record them, not on the live, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what does that say? Am I reading it right? Am I freaking dyslexic? Like, what is going on here? Like, am I freaking out right now? So, I mean, I try to make the best of it, and I don't want people to get discouraged to send questions too. So, all right, next question. Married woman loves to give BJs as well and love hand necklaces. When are we going to do science together? Hold on, girl. I thought you were talking about your man, and then all of a sudden you're like, you want me to do it? First, I don't mess around with married girls because I just did a video. I did a video over on TikTok. It was taking forever to post. I think there's something going on with TikTok, to be honest, because I posted 3 videos and none of them wanted to post. About a video that I saw on Instagram about an ex unaliving her ex's new woman. And so that's why I'm saying, like, you don't know how somebody's gonna react when someone cheats. Like if you get caught cheating, like is your man gonna hurt you, hurt the other person, or the other, the girl and stuff? Like you don't know what's gonna happen. So that's why like cheating is no longer in my book, okay? Because I've talked about it before in the past when I got caught with the married girl. Like my heart was beating through my chest. Like I thought he was gonna hurt me. Like I didn't know what was gonna happen, because when you get caught in the moment, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know how they're gonna react. They could just be so mad they hurt you. They're just like, tra, tra, and then you're done, just because you were trying to have fun with their wife or their husband. And same goes with toxic exes. That's why, like, if you have a super toxic ex that doesn't let you stay in a relationship, like they sometimes try to hurt your new partner, or be so crazy that you can't get into no relationship. So that's why I'm saying, like, you need to like get rid of them first of all, and then the whole cheating thing. No, after that scare, I'm good. And seeing these videos online of people getting hurt because the man does something, the woman does something, I'm good with that. Like I am 37 years old. I ain't got time for that shit. I don't like drama. No, that's a no for me, dog. I would rather invest my time into one person and not even deal with anything else like that, because trust me, it's not worth it. All right. Hold on. Someone asked me a question over here that I kind of saw. Let me see if I can. It was Vic. Which did you comment on IG or TikTok? I just saw it. I was like, let me answer it real quick. Oh yeah, it's right here. What's up, bro? How do you know if your girl is cheating on you with her so-called friend? Ooh, so-called friend. Let's talk about it, okay? Because friends aren't always just friends. I made the mistake too of like believing a girl that they were just friends. Okay. Did she cheat on me? Not that I know of. Again, you don't know what you don't know. But she also said that, that this was her friend, and then come to find out it was somebody she got with after we ended up separating. Like literally not that long after we separated, they got together. So I kind of feel like maybe something was going on. Again, I don't know. How do you know if she's cheating? Is the guy straight, first of all? Do they just hang out by themselves? Like, again, I don't know them, but if they're giving you vibes, if you're getting a gut feeling to the point where you think that something is going on, something may be going on. Always trust your gut feeling. I have a buddy. I don't know if he's in the live right now, but sorry, like nobody knows who it is. So you're good, bro. He had a feeling that his girl was doing something. Like he didn't know what, but she was giving him vibes that she was doing something. And so one day he decided to go through her phone, and come to find out she was messaging another guy from the gym that they were going to. Did it say anything about hooking up? No, but there was like some really flirty sexual messages in there, and he said that he could tell that a lot of messages would get deleted, right? So this is why I'm saying, like, are they giving you a reason? Because like he had the feeling that was going on, looked into it, and then guess what? There was these signs. Did they hook up? There was no exact like confirmation that they hooked up, but even a conversation that she had with her best friend, I think it was saying like, hopefully so and so doesn't find out about this, right? That they're talking, or something like that, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, could it have happened? Probably. I'm not saying it's a no, but again, you don't know unless you get like solid proof from it. So again, if you're getting a gut feeling that something is going on, especially if she's giving you those vibes, she's coming home late, her schedule patterns change. It's just like a guy. Like if his patterns change, if you like were all of a sudden he's working more, all of a sudden, he's hanging out with you less, right? Choosing to hang out with friends over, you know what I mean? Like pay attention to the patterns because they could tell you a lot of things. So just letting you know. Yeah, and that's what, like, I can't say yes or no that he's cheating because I don't know the exact situation, which you do. And just like I tell the girls too, just trust your gut feeling at the end of the day. Trust your gut feeling because they're giving you reasons to feel like this. Okay? All right, next question. Got asked to lick his booty hole because no one has before. Like, dude, I'm your sneaky link. Ask your girlfriend, turn me off for a week, but we continue regardless. Been thinking about it though. I just might do it. At first she was like, how would you, the nerve to ask me, the nerve. And then she's like, I don't know, I might try it. I mean, I would just say it's just a sneaky link. If he wants you to eat the groceries, give it a try if you've never done it before. And if you didn't like it, cool. Be like, nah, it's a no for me, dog. You know, because I mean, that's what a sneaky link or friends with benefit should be, is that you guys are doing stuff that you guys like. Obviously, he's probably been craving for you to do that. And maybe the girls that he's been with before, maybe his ex-girlfriend or whatever the case, never wanted to do that. And so now he's like, well, this is a sneaky link where we get us fulfill ourselves. Let me ask her, you know. And if you've never done it before, just try it. Make sure you're clean. And then go from there. And if it's something that you didn't like, or if it's a hard no, just tell him it's a hard no. Tell him that's it. You couldn't even pay me to do that. See, and I'm glad, Vettel, you said that, because if you have your boundaries and stuff, that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with having boundaries, you know, and that's why you tell them that. Be like, sorry, that's just a straight no for me. Or if it's something that you've never done and you're just like, well, maybe, like, we'll see how it goes, then try it. So I've been asking my husband and he doesn't want it. Yeah, see, like, your husband is like me. It's all right. My groceries are good. They don't need to be eaten. Because it's not for everybody. You know, like, there's certain things that I may like to do to a girl that another guy probably doesn't like to do. So, all right. We're going to do one more question because I got to go to the gym. I need me an older man to fold me up, show me who's daddy. I mean, an older guy could do that, or an older guy could not give you any intimacy too. Just saying. Could be having problems down there. Depending on how, whatever it is old you're thinking. I think it's just more of paying attention. Like, you can create a freak. Okay. But this all has to be in the beginning. Like, when you first start hooking up with somebody, they're willing to do whatever it takes for you. Meaning, like, to get you to like them, to court you. And if you tell them, oh, let's do this. Oh, let's try this. Oh, I love it. Like, I would love to try this. Trust me, in the beginning, they're going to want to do it. And then that's why I'm saying you can create yourself a little monster. But that you guys, you have to be telling him what you want. You can't just be assuming that he's going to change eventually, because it probably won't happen. And you're going to find out that if you guys even have that type of connection, that intimacy level is on the same page. Because what if you're like a super freak and he's super vanilla and does not want to learn anything? You're going to know that right away and be like, we don't match intimacy wise. Clearly, she's been struggling, somebody to fold her, you know. Some of us guys, hi, how's it going, like to fold some of these girls, like to do some things, like to throw them around a little bit, like to pin them down a little bit, like to tie them up a little bit, you know. So trust me, there's guys out there that are willing to do these things for you. You're probably just, you know, with the wrong guy. Say my name. What's up, Ohana? How do we send questions asking for a friend? So if you follow me on IG, once a month I post on there the anonymous question link where you guys can ask questions, and then you'll see it right here. Why do younger guys like older married women? It could be various different reasons. It could be they want to be with somebody who's more mature. It could be they want to be with somebody who they feel like they're going to learn something from, like intimacy wise. you know, it's mainly that one. They're gonna be like, oh shit, she gonna teach me how to be a freak. I'm gonna have some fun. Because most of the younger guys think that. So again, it could be something like that. Because there's a guy that I talked to before. He said he only likes older women because they're more mature. Because the girls his age are just like really immature. He doesn't really vibe with them like that. They're like, oh, like you know when you're talking to somebody who's pretty immature, right? Me having a conversation with somebody who's older is like, have you ever had like if your kids are old enough, like say 15 and over, have you had a conversation with them and you're just like, I'm talking to a little kid here? That's how it is, like talking to younger people, or that's how I feel. You know, I give the example all the time. Like I remember some girl, it was a while back. She had told me she was like 25 or 26. She ended up being 21, but I could tell right away by her conversations. I was like, she seems really immature. Right. And then I finally found out she was 21, and she was like, well, people tell me I'm older for my age. I'd be like, no, they're lying to you, because you do not. You like the conversations I had with her were just like super immature. Like there was no substance to the conversations. I felt like I was talking to a little girl. And I always say there's a difference between a girl and a woman. I love women. Don't like girls. I want to feel like I'm with a woman. So I always say that. But we're going to answer the rest of the questions next week. There's still some questions left over. I usually go live Mondays and Thursdays, but tomorrow I'm going to be going to the Chris Brown concert, so I won't be able to go live. So that's why I did the live today. So definitely join next week too. We always have a great time. And then I just go live Mondays and Thursdays too as well. So definitely join. Go check out the podcast. New podcast came out this Monday. It's about going back with your exes, how to prevent that, how not to do that. I went a different route this time with that. So, but anyways, thank you guys for joining, and I will see you guys on the next one. Make sure you guys get them cheeks clapped for me, and think of me if you do it to yourself. Okay, like I'll give you permission to think of me.